Subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss an update from First Post.
Hi everyone, welcome to First Post. Today we have with us Allu Sirish. So Sirish, you hail from a family of cinema stalwarts, be it your father Mr. Allu Arvind, your brother Allu Arjun or your uncle Mr. Chiranjeevi. So was the film industry always your obvious final destination career-wise, or would you ever consider something else?
Actually, I didn't realize it because I grew up here. It became like second layer. I didn't even know that I'll end up in films only. Like I also learned computer programming.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned C++. I learned it, but somehow I ended up in films because every day that's the topic of discussion at home, at the dinner table. I'm hanging out on my brother's set. My neighbor was a poster designer. So I ended up working like proper, interning with Krishna Digitals for like a year and a half, ending up designing other people's posters. Oh, wow. So when my own family, there was a film, my dad said, since you have that aesthetic and all that, work on this. And so from there it started. And then one day I wanted to go abroad with the film crew. They were going to Mauritius for a film. Right. Dad said, no, there's no space for extra person. What we could do is...
this?
It's called Pellam Uralte. That's the original of No Entry, which my dad made.
Okay.
Back in school, when I was in school.
Okay.
So he said, there's no space for an extra person.
Yeah.
We'll ask the junior accountant to drop out. You go in his place, but every day in the morning and evening, you have to come do the accounts, basics. Okay. This is a senior person. Yeah. Basics and go. If you are ready to take up that job, I'll send you. So then I went, for a film shooting. So when I was 16 or 17. Yeah. So from then, I never even realized, and then it became second nature. It was not a conscious thought. It was just like everything flew naturally. And thinking of it, if I wasn't in the film business in any capacity, be it a director or an actor or a producer, I will think, right back then I didn't have this option. Yeah. But right now I'll probably be a lifestyle blogger, like an Instagrammer.
Really?
Yeah.
So, already having such a huge legacy before you, was there any pressure that you put on yourself when you stepped into the industry, or any pressure that your family put on you?
The family doesn't put, knowingly. Right. But the periphery around somehow comes to you, media people or fans or audience, this, that. Unknowingly it does come. I try to resist because somewhere I read a quote, says never step into the shoes of a great man. So I know that, the moment I do that, I'm setting up myself against a comparison. So I tried avoiding the path which my brother or my uncle or anybody has taken. Yeah. I'm trying to still find my own niche, or what is it that only I stand for, irrespective of my family. Right. I think I figured it out. So let's see, but it does play on your mind sometimes. Yeah. It does play on your mind, but I try to ignore that noise.
So when you're like dinner time conversation at the table, do you ever fill them in okay, today did
Absolutely,
this, did that?
That's what happens every day. My dad on what film he's producing, my brother on what film he's acting, and me on what film I'm doing. And there's a mishmash, and then there's one passionate debate. Actually, three of us are not that gossip types. Right. We're more of that very
passionate cinema conversations.
Yeah. And our views are extremely polar.
Right.
Like my dad will defend Ilayaraja and I'll defend A.R. Rahman, or this is the way to make a film. Oh, that film is trash. It might have been a hit, but this, like very intense discussions we have.
Wow, what a lovely environment to be in.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Gauravam till now, tell me, what has the journey been like?
It's been bumpy. There have been a couple of films that did well. Yeah. And unfortunately, my best film, which I thought was my best work and the best story, underperformed at box office. Okakshanam, my last film, which had a sci-fi thriller. It's a thriller with little sci-fi elements. I was very happy with the first copy. Right. I thought we're going to hit it, but films you never know what happens. Right. And then one film which I was not too sure of, from the word go, from signing, that film turned out to be well, decently well. It didn't become a runaway hit.
Which was?
It was Kotta Janta.
Okay.
I was never sure. I didn't like my character in the film. Right. It's about some selfish, very negative guy. So I couldn't connect to it. That film did reasonably well. And then one film which I believed Sri Rastu Subhamasa. That's like a very family and love. Oriented. I liked such films. And love story and also it's got. Yeah. And that film I believed it will do well, and it did well. Right. So it's been mixed. See, Gauravam, first film you wouldn't even know what's what, so I'll excuse that, I'll leave that out. I was just carried away by the fact it's a big director and good producer and this, that. Right. So from there it's been mixed. I'm not able to pinpoint and say, I know it. I have a script judgment and this and that. Right. Nor can I say, I don't get a hang of this place. Right. It's not that, it's been mixed.
Still figuring it out.
Still figuring it out, but It's fun. I think now I'm kind of there with ABCD, my next film.
Right, that was actually going to be my next question.
Yeah.
So, your next is a Telugu remake of the hit Malayalam film ABCD, which starred Dulquer.
Yeah.
So, tell me, what has that experience been like till now? Give me some like insider details.
Insider
what's going
details.
on?
It's been like kind of a biography for me, except that I was not born in America. It's about this dad who wants to reform his rich brat, spoiled son.
Yeah.
That's the story about.
American born confused basically.
Yeah. Except so I'm like on IBCA, Indian born confused American, you know. So I'm like that. Of all the roles I've played,
Right.
this is the closest to me. There were episodes in my life when I was younger where me and my dad didn't have the same opinion when it comes to money and lifestyle and all of that. And my dad wanted to reform me, so he was strict with money, and because of which our relationship had cracks.
Right.
So this film has been semi-biographical that way.
Right.
And he goes and lives in a slum. He's forced to live in a slum,
Right.
the hero, even the origin and all that. And in my real life also, I made friends who were not in slums, but they were living in very low middle class societies, and they were like my cutaway from home. I didn't want to hang out at home, so I used to go stay there
Right.
in an area called Krishna Nagar, where all assistant directors, like Aram Nagar in Bombay, that kind of a place. So I used to hang out with that crowd there
Right.
to escape like home.
Yeah.
And we used to go for movies, eat roadside food,
Right.
the kind of life which I've never experienced back in Jubilee Hills, you know.
Right.
So this film has been closest to me, and the guy is like one, not player, but he's like one guy who hits on everything, every chick he sees, you know.
Biographical.
No, that part is not biographical.
I mean, mentioned it, so
No, the rich kid part. No, just the rich kid part. No, just the rich kid part.
Okay.
This part is something probably I could bring some
I'll
authenticity.
tell you guys off camera.
So yeah, it was. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What I can say is I'm having a lot of fun. The pressure of a remake is not on my brain. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't want to take that. It's a
Right.
good film. I know we've done a fab job in the scripting. We've worked on the script for 4 months.
Yeah.
Remakes are not easy. That's
At
what I
all,
realized.
yeah.
I realized because there is a soul which is there in the original film.
Yeah.
You have to translate that irrespective of all the changes you do. So
Yeah.
if you do all those changes and you make one khichdi and one, you
Yeah,
know, then it's gone. Then people
Yeah.
will be like, why did they even remake?
Yeah.
So it's very tough to retain the soul yet bring about magic in the new language, you know.
Right.
But we worked hard. I'm very confident.
I was reading an interview where you said that even though the director is a first-time director, he had a lot of clarity whenever he's sitting and doing his scenes or reading out. So tell us a little bit about your director.
So my director's name is Sanjeev Reddy.
Yeah.
He worked with Krishnamamsi before. How it happened is he got a script called Santana Prapti Rastu, which was very quirky and cute and very
Right.
coming of age. I liked it, but it was not meant for me because a lot of the whole film, the guy is a married guy. I said, this is something I can't relate to right. And then the producer suggested another Malayalam remake. I said, instead of that, why didn't you do ABCD? It's more fun.
Right.
And then they saw it and it happened in place. So with Sanjeev, it's been a great collaboration. Working with people who are young is fun because they're at the same level as you. You can open up. There's no
Right,
protocol. Earlier, if I had to suggest something which I liked to the director, I used to think 10 times about how they would receive it.
Yeah.
But here, we can just we just walk to the side and we're just chilling, having coffee, and I bounce something. Then he'll be like, no, this won't work. Or this is actually a good idea. And he goes, works, and comes back. So the atmosphere has been more collaborative for me.
Right.
And he's much more open to newer ideas. Like we put a rap bit, we put a rock song, all of this, which he was able to understand where I was coming from.
Yeah. So tell me, on that note, do you think you do better when you're working with someone who's closer to your age or, a youngish director, or do you think that a senior director who's had a lot of experience, do they get more out of you?
Two-way thing. From the senior lot, what I did is I could learn more from them.
Yeah.
There was more learning, but then the collaboration is lesser. Honestly, I have to listen to what they say because of their experience.
Right.
But then the learning curve will be slightly lesser with a newer director.
Yeah.
But what you learn from the older guys, you can implement it here.
Right.
The experience comes in.
Yeah.
But these guys are more open in terms of ideas. So the atmosphere is collaborative. So each has different advantages.
Of course.
So not every film you'll want to work with newcomers where the load is a lot more on you also. Or work with only senior directors where you just have to do your job, a good job, and learn and then come back. So I'm still waiting where I can also learn a lot and contribute where there's a great creative collaboration.
So in May this year, you attended the Cannes Film Festival as a representative for the Ministry of Information and Broadcast.
And they were doing a session there.
Right.
I was just representing Telugu cinema.
Right. So tell me firstly, what was that on-ground experience like? What is it like for someone from here to go to Cannes?
One, Cannes is a lot about glamour.
Right, yeah.
It is
As
a lot.
we've
Yeah,
seen
the
in
glamour
the-
overpowers the business. Actually,
Okay.
more deals are made at the American film market that happens in LA.
Right.
So not that many millions and crores of deals are not signed there. It's more about getting media coverage. Of course, there is seriousness, but the art is overshadowed by the glamour and the partying
Right.
and the madness and all of that. And it's a great place to meet filmmakers from
Yeah.
around the world, network, and see what's happening outside. The moment I went to Cannes, I felt like a frog in the well.
Right, why do you say so?
Because sitting in Hyderabad, I thought Chennai and Bombay are the only places, and I'm on top of them. Like, I know what's happening,
Right, right.
and I felt like I'm well informed and
I
I
know
know
my
what's
shit.
what. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you come out, and from Cannes, when you watch back at Bombay and Hyderabad,
Yeah.
you're like, dude, we
The
feel
whole
like
world.
feel like frog in the well. And I'm like, one day, maybe 5, maybe 7, maybe 10 years, I thought, okay, this is the place where I should finally arrive. You know,
Right, right.
finally arrive, get a film, get it screened, and all that. It set some ambition in me. Of course, we partied a lot. I met many filmmakers from India, the indie guys whom we don't,
Yeah.
whom we don't meet otherwise,
Yeah.
and a lot of filmmakers from abroad also,
Right.
and made friends and all that. And of course, there was a session where we had to talk about regional cinema, which is the panel which I went to
Yeah.
attend. So there, it was interesting to know the perspective of an Assamese filmmaker, of a Marathi filmmaker,
Right.
whom ideally we don't interact much.
Yeah.
So it was nice that way, and the government of India spends crores in this place called India Pavilion, which is meant for Indian filmmakers to come use the facilities available there. Not many people know, so I hope next year the Indian turnout at Cannes is higher.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you gave an interview after attending Cannes where you said that you got to know that everyone is fascinated with the Telugu film industry and everyone knows how big it is. But you also said that I personally feel that we're producing good films but we're not doing the right kind of PR. So where do you feel the Telugu film industry is lacking and what do you think is the right kind of PR?
One, we don't have an industry body whose main job is to promote Telugu cinema. We have a
Yeah.
producers council, but that's more internal to fix our internal fights, this, that.
Right.
Like an independent filmmaker is there. There is no body that can guide him on how to send it to all the major festivals of the world.
Right.
And that also needs money, like a
Yeah.
fund. Like earlier there was NFDC, which was doing it on a national scale. Now it's not active anymore, they don't have funds and all that.
Right.
So we don't have such bodies, or we don't have like a PR lobby or
Right.
a platform. Like for example, Bombay has Mami.
Right.
It was now being supported by the Ambanis, Kiran Rao and Anupama Chopra, and
Yeah.
a few like-minded individuals. Like
Yeah.
that, we don't have a great film festival here.
Yeah.
Or we don't have a body that picks the best 4-5 Telugu films
Right.
which are festival worthy and sends it out and all that. So that is why Telugu films are still known more for their masala,
Yeah.
primarily because of the dubbing into
Right.
Z Gold and Setmax and all these channels. Because the good films are not being dubbed, they're being remade.
Right, right.
Yeah, you know, so they never know. When I tell people that, all these films are Telugu remakes, they're like, Acha, really, they're such good
Right.
films. I'm like, hello, just because you only saw the masala films. So I feel as an industry, we should take ourselves more seriously, have
Right.
some unity, do some sort of PR. I'm not able to nail it exactly. Like there was a hit film, screen it in Bombay for the Mumbai press, call,
Right. Right.
which at low key level now we started doing, a
Yeah.
few people like probably ABCD, I'll screen it for a few friends in Bombay.
Right.
And my friend did this film called Sammohanam.
Right.
Sudhir Babu, he was the villain in Bhagi, and it had Aditi
Right.
Rao Haidari. So he put a show for his industry friends there, and they started watching it.
Right.
And then they're like, wow, like this, we need to take ourselves more seriously to put our work out there. Otherwise, there is this brand that Malayalam cinema makes artistic great films. Tamil films make new stories and technically brilliant, and Telugu
Right.
films are masala, like
Entertaining,
entertaining
yeah,
and
yeah.
heroic and all that,
Right.
which is true. But we also make some great films. I feel strongly for the cause of Telugu cinema. It's
Right,
like
right.
it has fed my family for the last 50 years.
Right.
Third generation. So there's a certain connect.
Of course,
So
yeah.
so when a film becomes hit, even if it's of a rival camp or somebody else whom we're not, I get excited
Right.
because it's like shit. Now Tollywood is winning.
Yeah.
It's not like him or me or us.
Right, of
So
course.
that
Which
thing
is
is
so
there.
lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's
Thanks.
been a pleasure. Good
Thanks.
luck
I
with
hope.
everything.
Yeah, I hope it was fun.
It was.